The second way I preserve my peppers is to cut them and slice them and put it in the oven. And when I put them in the oven, I let it bake for like 10-15 minutes. Then I will can it as well. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do right now. I'm just gonna slide every bit of what I have here and put it in my baking pan, and then bake it for 10-15 minutes. So you don't have to do it this way, like the way I'm doing. You can, cut them across or cut them into smaller pieces than this. Whichever way works for you, that's perfectly okay. You can just cut them into the sizes you want them. Another way you can preserve your pepper, you can slice them or chop them in a bigger size and put it in the oven and let it bake for about 10-15 minutes. Then you can them. This can stay on your shelf for about a year or more. So, and when you take it and you use it to cook or use it to make salad, it tastes perfectly good, like you bought it from the shelf from any store. All right. So my oven is preheating. I'm just gonna put this in there. Guys, I'm gonna do this, put this pepper in the jar. So I'm gonna fill it until it's all the way an inch to the top. After you fill your bottles, the next thing I'm gonna do is add half tablespoon of salt. You can use the kosher salt, sea salt, whatever salt you have at your possession. This is the kosher salt I'm using. Right now, I'm gonna add water to the can. I'm gonna bring it all the way up. So our next step is to make sure that there's no bubbles in the can. So you can shake it like this and you see that they will all come out. But if you see that it's not coming out, you can use your spatula or your spoon or whatever, knife, whatever you have in your possession to pass off the bubbles. We do that because we want to prevent any kind of microbial or any kind of things forming in the jar when you have it on the shelf. So your goal is to make sure anything bubble comes out. So guys, after you make sure all the bubbles are out, wipe around in your jar to make sure there's no food or any stain there. So you wipe it clean. You can wipe it with vinegar or just a dry, paper towel. Just wipe on the lid. And after that, we're gonna add our lid. Well, if you're somebody who loves to do your peppers with other like herbs like basil, parsley, celery, whatever, just go ahead and add them. If you want to top it with olive oil, that's fine also. Just go ahead and add it. And after you add it, you just put your lid on. And you want to make sure they are right placed on the bottle. And you just have to put your rim around the bottle. Put your rim on. And you have to test and make sure the lid is not moving. It means that it's well tight. And then we're going to put this in hot water to cook for about an hour and a half. So this is going to go in hot water bath. So guys, I have my can in the water. I'm just waiting it to start boiling. And when it starts boiling, that's when I will start counting the time for an hour and a half. When you're doing your hot water for your veggies, you want to make sure the water is over the lid. As you can see, I have my water way up over the lid. So that's what you want your water level to be when you're doing the hot water bath for your veggies. My water is at the boiling state, so I'm gonna cover it and start a timer from now. Guys, I'm gonna pick up these veggies from the hot boiling water. So I don't want any crack on the bottle, so I'm gonna cover it with my blanket and wait for 12 hours or overnight